Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We're here for the starting 11 today. Of course, it's Arsenal versus PSV, right? 7-1 from the first game. So it's really interesting to see what the team is going to be tonight. Joining me to discuss what the starting 11 is going to be, we've got lead judges in the building. Late.
Zero chance of winning something like in the Champions League. They was all saying on that DR Sports one. I've got to have them on it like zero chance. Arsenal have got.
We haven't won it yet.
Don't matter. But we've got to tell you what. We might not win it, but I'll tell you what, we've got a better chance than all of them on that panel of yours. They will be sacked for that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, get rid of a lot of them, all giving it this and all zero chance. Yep. 2 of them weren't even in the competition, or 3 of them weren't even in the competition. And the other one's gone out.
And, of course, we've got Cecil in the building. Welcome along, Cecil. Big game tonight. Well, we say big game. Listen, we're through in Italy. 7-1 up. We're through. So, what is the team going to be? What is the? I've even heard a rumour that PSV are going to rest a load of players themselves and just concentrate on, you know, their league form now. It's going to be interesting because, you know, being that far ahead. I mean, we were all out there last week and it was a brilliant performance by Arsenal. What do they do for this game? The league's gone. So it ain't like you got to, you know, be saying, right, we rest up the whole team for the league. Although at the weekend, we have got a game against Chelsea. There's a top 4 now. We've got to make sure we secure in that top 4. Chelsea are going for the top 4 as well. And it's Chelsea, isn't it? You know, I mean, you're playing against Chelsea. You want to make sure you win that game. So do you rest players? There's also a couple of Arsenal players that are
on yellow cards.
They're on yellow cards.
So that's it.
Timber is on. If he gets another yellow card, he's out in the next round.
Season. He's had loads.
I think who else?
Martinelli.
There's one other player that's help me out. Sterling.
Well, he can play then.
Leave our boy Raheem the Dream alone.
he can be captain.
Leave him alone.
He can be on penalties.
Leave him alone.
I'll tell you what, he can lead the team out.
Does look like he's going to play. What would you do today? What would you do today, team-wise?
I would rest a few players, definitely. Ben White has got to play, get him some minutes under his belt. I would rest Declan Rice.
Give me your 11. Give me
11.
You'd like to see tonight.
Neto in goal.
Okay, so change of goalkeeper.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Don't want no risk there, like, you know.
Not Setford, that's what I heard Turkish said.
Yeah, it's a Tommy
Setford. He said he'd love to see Setford.
Yeah, but it's only 6 goals, isn't it? Like, so I'll keep it a little bit. No, I'll go with, give him a go, Neto, like, you know, after he deserves a chance. Ben White, I would bring in Kivior.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I play Sterling at the back just so he can get a
You're such a mistake.
Man, Mark, whoever up there. No, I would. That's a good one there. I'd play Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back. Do you know what? I'm going to put Calafiori in at central defence. So I want to have a look at him, see what he's like at central defence. Okay. So Saliba and Calafiori, I'd give Gabriel a rest in there. Midfield.
Wait, before you go, no Tierney or Zinchenko on that left. But Tierney's been playing well. Do you want to give him a...
No, wait until you do your team.
All right.
Yeah. This is my team.
All right,
go on.
Okay.
Right, I would go with Jorginho. It's a difficult one there. I'm going to go Jorginho, Zinchenko coming in there, and Partey.
Right. No Odegaard.
No.
Okay. And up front?
I'm giving a break. Tierney on the left.
Right. Tierney on the left. Okay.
Because I think we've got to protect this 6-goal lead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get a few defenders in there. Sterling.
Yep. And
the young boy who's the forward.
That's a lot of changes, that is, isn't it? Wow, that's a.
You know, like, we've got to try something different up front. I think we've got to try
the young boy, what, is one of the academy players? Or
yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of his name. He's
there's Oladeji. There's also
Cabia.
Yes, Josh Cabia. Yeah, it's
because the one who's 22.
He's more of a winger.
22. Yeah, 22.
Well, he can play.
Okay, what about you?
Obviously, did some predict 11. Neto in goal. I've gone Timber to start, Ben White to come.
Timber to start.
Did I say Timber? Have I done Timber? Yeah, I'm sure we
Okay,
did Timber.
Timber to start.
I think we did Timber on the right back. Centre back, Saliba, and same as you, honestly, Calafiori in that left centre back role. So Calafiori there. And then left back, Tierney. I think it'd be good to see. I think he's been done well since he's come off the bench. And then midfield, I've gone Rice in the 6, because I've been wanting Rice in the 6 for ages. Miles Lewis-Skelly in the left 8, Martin Odegaard in the right 8. And on the right wing, I've gone Sterling, Ethan up top, left wing.
Ethan as a number 9.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see it. He started as a 9. Started as a 9 when he came through the academy. Why not? Why not try something different? And then on the left was Martinelli. Yeah, Martinelli.
I tell you, look, I mean...
Yeah, man, it's 7-1.
It's 7-1. It's 7-1, but you still need a bit of continuity as far as I'm concerned. Right, I'm going to give you my...
Come on in, like,
Yeah, all right, Robbie, let's start criticising him.
Come on, Mikel. Let's give it like
Right,
see what
so
you
for
got.
starters, right, I think I'll go Neto.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You know what I mean? We have to remember that, suppose there is an injury to Ray. He's got to be called upon. So we've only seen him... he's played in the Champions League already, even though he made a couple of howlers in that game.
Yeah.
He's at Girona. But, Neto in goal, right back, 100% Ben White. For me, I don't want to see Timber even come onto the pitch at all. He's on a yellow card, right? He's on 2 yellow. If he gets another yellow, he'll potentially be out of that Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid game, which he's a vital player, especially as, if it's a Real Madrid, they're doing a lot of defending, right? So 100% he stays in. Mm-hmm. The centre-back pairing's interested. I'm tempted to go Kivior and Calafiori and give both Gabriel and Saliba a rest, a complete rest in this game. Or maybe if it ain't really going right, you bring one of them on. So actually, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go Kivior and Calafiori.
A lot of
changes.
Left back.
That's 4, by the way.
Left back.
Four out of 4.
Yeah.
Left back, Kieran Tierney.
Another change. Five.
Yeah, but Kieran Tierney he's looked solid every time he's come on. He's a solid defender, and that adds to the solidity at the back. If those two who are not really normally used to playing, midfield. Jorginho.
Another change.
6.
Yeah.
Carol.
Declan Rice.
There's one because
right.
6.
And Martin Odegaard. Right, so to me, right, Odegaard's he's a captain. I want to see him just keep going and playing well. Let's remember he played well last week. He's a man of the match in that game against PSV, right? And so I'd play him in that. And then up front, Sterling, right wing. Right, surely he needs to turn up tonight and show something.
Surely.
Right. On the left-hand side now, this is an issue for me, because if Martinelli's on a yellow card again, I want Martinelli playing in that next round, right? So then I'm not starting him then. Now I'd have to start Trossard, and down the middle, Mikel Merino. Right, I would not have Nwaneri anywhere near the team as well. Maybe on the benches in case something disastrous went wrong. But I wouldn't be looking to bring him on because he's on a card as well. He could be out, right? And to me, I'll play Merino. Right, Merino is the only sort of player we got. I mean, now that Martinelli's back, we could possibly put him down in the middle in future games. But Merino's still going to have a part to play, playing down the middle. He scored last week. Let's not forget that he scored in that game, right? And how is he going to develop into the striker role if he's not playing games?
You're not worried about Sterling? Not worried about Sterling on the yellow cards? Not worried about him?
No, I'm not worried about him on the yellow card like Lee. If he picks up another yellow, right? Because he ain't going to start it. He's not an automatic starter for that next game anyway, is he? He ain't going to start in that game, especially...
He can't play against Chelsea
in that next game, could possibly have Saka back. That's a possibility. Saka could be back for that game if all the rumours are true. So that would be my team, which is a mixture of, it's quite strong in parts, but then
it's a lot of changes.
Changes in other parts.
You've convinced me about the Merino one, because
you convinced me about Timber as well.
He's got to I think, persevere with that, try and make it better. But I don't really know where that's going to go. But he dropped into midfield the other day. Oh my God, he was awful.
Sterling.
Merino.
Merino.
So I think we've got to persevere with that up top.
Do you have to persevere with it if you're going to look to move it with Martinelli coming back?
No, but you still.
Or you play Martinelli up there.
Yeah, because that is not. I mean, I'm going with Ethan. No one's
card. He's on that card, and you can't risk him being out. The guys just come back, right? We need him for
But
that
we've seen it
round.
before that he's probably the most natural next option. He's the most natural person to go into that position. I know what you're saying about the cards, but at some point you're gonna have to trial it. I mean, this is a perfect game to trial it.
No. You could play him. You could play him against Chelsea down the middle, right? But for this game, and you want to keep him safe, so you've got that as an option in the next round. And Marino, as I said, he scored last week. Let's not forget that he played as a centre forward last week and he scored.
One of the 7 goals.
You was there, weren't you?
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying. But a lot of people scored in that set, like out of that 7, so they can Yeah, I'm just saying, we can't be held bent on.
6 people scored in that 7. He scored. He's a striker. He's playing as a striker at the moment, right? And he scored.
It'd be good if
you want to keep him going. You want to keep that, you want to get him used to playing in that position, because from now till the end of the season, it will either be him. If Martinelli's back, it could be maybe a Martinelli as well. But he's got a role to play there, so I want to see him playing there.
It'd be good if you could ask the PSV managers play a low block so we can practice against it. See if we can break it down.
Yeah, it might be. I can see PSV playing a bit deeper in this game, because they don't. Also with them, they don't want to get humiliated, do they?
No, that's what I'm saying.
They don't want it to be like, on aggregate 13-1 or something like that, do they?
That was going to be my question. That was going to be my. I believe the team is out, the 11 is out. But that was going to be my question to both of you. I did it in preview. Like, how do they set up? How do PSV set up? Let you do the 11, but they're going to go. You say they're not going to do an embarrassment and try and concede a load of goals, but. Are they going to try and go for it a little bit, or are they going to just literally sit and camp on the edge of their box? Because eventually that door will open.
Well, we've got the team. This is the Arsenal team that is going to be starting the game tonight. In goal is
Neto.
Raya. David Raya is in goal.
Oh, sugar.
Right back is
Ben White.
Ben White.
It is Ben White.
Of course.
Centre backs of who? I'll give you
I have
lot.
No
guessing.
clue. Okay, I have no clue.
Kivier's got to be one.
He is. Kivior, well done.
Jeez.
And who's the other one?
Saliba.
No.
What do you reckon?
Actually,
Gabriel is the other one.
Thank you.
Left back is?
Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Tierney.
Correct. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Midfield of?
Jorginho.
Yes.
Partey.
Odegaard.
Nope.
Odegaard's in there. Captain. No.
Odegaard's not in there.
Oh.
Shinchenko.
Yes.
Oh my God. He's gone mad.
Wanyeri.
No.
Nope.
Not Declan.
Rice.
Christ almighty.
So what is that? So what is that? What is that? Georgie?
Hold on.
Right,
front three is?
Sterling.
I don't care.
Sterling's there.
Sterling's in. Who else?
Sterling's in, is he?
Yep.
Marino.
Yes.
Oh, dead.
And the left winger is?
Trossard, yeah.
No.
Martinelli.
No.
Youngster.
Kieran Tierney. Correct.
It's a lot of changes, isn't it?
Correct. And on the bench is Neto. Neto on the bench. That's crazy, isn't it?
He must want to go home.
Right. And Setford. Remember, we can have 2 goalkeepers in this. So Neto and Setford on the bench.
They might get on up front.
Timber, Calafiori, Saliba, Partey, Odegaard, Wanyeri, Martinelli, Trossard, Butler-Day and Cabia. So
Butler-Day.
Yeah, so obviously they've got reinforcements on the bench in case it goes wrong. Guys, what do you think of that team? Just before you do, have a think about it, what you think of that team. Let me do a couple of super chats here. Don Tony Pulis says, we need a pray along to the Madrid derby. This game is going to be dead, even if PSV win. And I'm going to ask you guys a question after this about that Madrid game. Abdullah said, I'd go for a solid back four with White right back, maybe even Rice. And he sent this in before the team came. He said, experiment up front with either Ethan or Calafiori up front, maybe even an academy player where you didn't get your wishes up front.
No.
And Don Tony Pierce says, Don, if you were the gaffer, you'd be sacked, right, for my team. Well, my team was quite not far off, was it? It weren't far off. And Jay Federer J says, Martinelli and Timber, 1 yellow card away from missing the quarterfinals, which you are correct. And that is why neither of them start this game. Lee, the team, what do you make of it?
Yeah, look, listen, for me, I'm just hoping and praying that Sterling has a good game. I really, I don't care whether you like him or you don't like him and everything like that. I feel for him, and I think that, listen, if I'm with it, if I'm talking to him now, you just go out there, just go and express. There's no pressure on this game whatsoever. Just go in and just fill your boots. So please do something today. That'd be my thing. So
It's got to.
yeah.
We say this every time he plays.
It's pressure on him today, I feel.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed that Declan's playing, even though I'm glad he is because I'm going. But for selfish reasons, I'm glad he's playing. But I feel like he needs a break because he's one of these guys. That he's going to be playing every single minute for England.
Do we say this all the time though, about we said about Saka, these good players have to be. I don't know if they have to be playing. Robbie's always one that says always play them, but I hear what you're saying. Rice works so hard.
When you get 7-1 up in a Champions League game, it's a gift from God. You got to take it. You know what I mean? So you can rest players. When you're looking at a game like, think, well, when can I rest a player like? You know what I mean? All right, we've got FA Cup, but you've got a Champions League game which you have. Sorted it out in the first leg, so you can rest a few players, So, he's rested Saliba, who's key. He's another one that's going to go off for France and play every minute. I just feel that Declan Rice is one that I wouldn't. I would have rested. Like Trossard's not playing. Why is he not playing then? Like, you know what I mean? Why Declan Rice?
It's funny. I mean,
because we haven't got no one else to do that role.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he sees it as, you've also got to respect the opposition. You know what I mean? I know he's 7-1 up, but you can't take the mickey either. Even though I've got their team as well, and it looks like they have also made a lot of changes. How
do you know?
Because a lot of the players that are there, I don't recognise their names from last week. In goal, Benitez, Ledezema, Nagalo, Obispo, Malacia, who did start last week, Scooten, who's the captain, Till, I think he started last week, Babadi, Bakayoko starts, he didn't start last week, Perisic, of course he started last week.
He didn't finish it though.
And Druek, De Jong on the bench, who's like, their main striker, so he's on the bench. So Dest is on the bench. These are a couple of their main players, you know what I mean? Noah Lang on the bench. Those are their main players. They're all on the bench. So that shows that they've made changes as well, which kind of makes you you sort of looking at it and thinking it's damage limitation for them. Let some players go out there, but they have held back some of their big guns. So
they're obviously looking at the league and the league in second.
Well done to Arsenal for getting the job done last week. I mean that was a fantastic performance, and now they've earned the right to be resting players. We could have been looking at a really tricky game at home. We saw what happened to Liverpool last night. You know what I mean? They've gone out of the competition. Guys.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry to cut you just quickly. I'm disappointed Rice playing, starting, I'll be honest. I don't see... I know you're talking about, you've got to respect the opposition, but there is enough quality in that team that I'm looking at now from Arsenal that you give Neto a game or half at least. I'm so surprised Arteta's done that. I mean, there's some other players you mentioned, Declan Rice, and why is Trossard not starting? But Neto not going in goal for this game.
You know what it is, right? I think we saw in that game when he played the last time is that he can't play. The way in which Raya plays is so integral to how we play. However, maybe that's why you should be playing a Neto, just to get him used to that.
Yeah, well, exactly that.
Because if something happens to Raya, you're going to have to play. So I'm surprised that Neto is not starting. The rest of the team is kind of... You know what I mean? I think, I'm surprised he went with Lewis Skelly, but then he has started also with Kieran Tierney playing as a left wing.
Winger.
It's going to be really interesting to see how he gets on. So, super chat here from, I think it's Prithvijav. He says, guys, I expected a strong team because winning the Champions League at any stage has good prize money associated. No surprise. The board want a win instead of a draw. That's a good point. And Mr. Buckfast says, bring on Real or Atletico. Who cares? These are the nights we live for. Now, guys, listen, we're through, more or less. Come on. Shouldn't I be saying that? Frank's looking at me like, come on, Frank, if we don't go through tonight, if we don't go through tonight, I wouldn't even do any fan cams after the game.
Can we just wait until the game's
listen, if we didn't go through tonight, I'd be scared to see someone like Yardman or something like that, right? I think he'd finally lose it and want to absolutely rush. He'd absolutely listen. We've got to win to this game. We're going through. So I'm saying, who do you want in the next round and why? It's either Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. They're playing tonight at 8 o'clock tonight. I think a lot of fans are going to be keeping a keen eye on that one to see who we get. It's one of those two. We know that. Who do you want out of those two?
I want Real Madrid because
Why?
we're bigger, better, stronger, fitter than them, and we're going to beat them easy.
And we got the most heritage.
Did I just wake up?
You woke up.
Yeah, you just woke up.
No, I want Real Madrid. Do you know what? Because I think even one we're not favourites for, and I'd rather have I think it'd be two entertaining games with Real Madrid, where I think it'd be a ball fest in the other game, and Atletico Madrid have got the blueprint on steroids of how to play it. Like we can't break down West Ham, Everton,
Forest,
all of those sort of teams. United, but this team comes with power, strength, everything on top of an attacking point of view. Yeah. So whatever happens, we ain't beating them. And Real Madrid, you know, I've watched Real Madrid a few times. You know, they give you chances. You know, we're supposed to have, on its day, one of the best back fours in Europe. Let's test it.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah.
Atletico or Real Madrid?
Yeah, same. Real Madrid. But more firstly, let's do selfish reasons. I want to see the new Bernabeu. I want to see the likes of Mbappe.
All
Vinny,
about you.
all that. I'm doing that bit first. I want to see Mbappe's, the big stars, Vinny's, Jude's at the Emirates. Nice, selfish reasons. Want to do that, and like I said, I want to see the new Bernabeu. But also, people say the style of play. Because I did this question on a preview, and everyone says, "Yeah, it will suit us. It will suit us." I do want to. I'm very aware though they have great players. Though I think people forget that they say the way they play will suit Arsenal, but they do have. No, Real Madrid have great.
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody knows that.
But everyone's kind of all. I've spoken with a leaning towards Real Madrid because of the way they play. It will be open, but I'm like, but they discount that. They also still have some of the best players in the world that can punish us. So it's like you want that team. I want Real Madrid as well. So I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here, but we could get embarrassed. There is a small chance that could happen. or a chance that could happen. So that is a bit of a worry. But like I said, main selfish reasons are would like to see go to the Bernabeu.
What about yourself?
It'd be good.
Real Madrid for me as well. And I've said that I sort of go with the same reasons that you saying that both games are really, really tough. We wouldn't be favourites in either of those games. But I'm with you. Stars make fights, as they said in boxing, right? And I feel the way we've seen it this season, game after game, a team comes, they sit deep, low block, dark hearts, we struggle, right? And that is what Atletico Madrid will bring, and they're a better version of that we played this season. They're you know, because they've got great attacking players as well, like Julian Alvarez and that can hurt you on the counter. So I just feel that if we play Real Madrid, number one, it's a real glamour tie. So, you know, we get that at the Emirates, and like Lou said, you know, I mean, you get to our guys up against the very best attacking force there is in Vinny Jr. and, you know, Mbappe, right? Jude Bellingham. But also, you know what I mean, we know what they're gonna do. They're gonna attack us, and actually, teams that have attacked us, we've done all right against. We did, you know, Man City, right? You know, I mean, they attacked. They beaten 5 with PSV last week. They had to come out after we got the first goal. Listen, they're on levels above those teams, but let's not. I mean, when those guys were in that DR studio, and they were all there mocking Arsenal and giving us no chance of winning the Champions League, Arsenal have a chance of winning the Champions League. Who were the favourites to win the Champions League?
Probably Real Madrid, no?
No?
Oh, it'd be Liverpool then.
Liverpool, where are they?
They're out.
Yeah? When we played PSG, did you think that PSG could beat Liverpool?
Yeah.
No. When we played, we embarrassed them.
No, it's a different competition, isn't it?
Right?
Same competition, but different competition.
But
Liverpool finished top of their group. They were top of they hadn't lost the game in until they just rested everybody against PSV.
We embarrassed PSG.
Right? And I'm sorry, if you actually watched that game over the two legs,
it was only the best team went through.
They were the best. They were the better team in both games.
Legs,
Even yesterday, I was watching that Liverpool game. In extra time, I'm thinking, "Hey, Liverpool can have a go." Are they playing for penalties? It was all PSV. PSG, sorry. So this competition, right? Just because, Real Madrid are the best team. When it comes, you know, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid are a better team than us. But it doesn't mean that we can't go through. It doesn't mean that we can't go all the way in this competition. I was saying to my daughter today that there's 2 teams in this Champions League, that probably nobody's really thinking they can win it, that could win it. Arsenal's one of them. The other one's Inter Milan. That's another team I think could, where I don't see.
Why is that? Because we're on that side of the group.
On that side of the draw, I hear nobody talking about Inter. It's either Barcelona they're talking about or Bayern. Inter
got far recent. They got him far
Inter
recent,
are capable. We've got a great defence. They've got firepower up front. They're capable of going all the way. Yeah. And last year in the Champions League, what was the 2 teams in the final?
In the final?
Yeah, 2 teams in the final last year.
Real Madrid.
Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund weren't playing well in their league.
No.
They finished about 4th, 5th. Yeah. They weren't really doing much. They got all the way to the final. And if you watch that final, they had chances. If they'd have took their chances, you could have been a different outcome to that. So it's a knockout competition. If anyone who says that Arsenal's got no chance, we're not the favourites in those games, but no chance, I think.
Yeah, saying no chance in a cup competition is crazy. I do want to say though, out of the 2 we spoke about, who would you rather want, Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid? I definitely want to highlight as well. I did say, it's tough. It could be tough, and we could get embarrassed. But also, if we had Atletico and beat them, cool, well and good. We'll be over the moon by it. I don't think it would have as much noise as if you beat Real Madrid, the current holders, and the heritage they have in that competition. What a big boost that is for the players.
It doesn't matter who you play and beat there. You're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, no, but if you're
it's huge.
There's a different energy if you beat Real Madrid to if you beat Atletico, in my opinion. I think there's a lot more.
For me, it's not about energy. It's about results. It's about how far we can go in this tournament, right? And at the end of the day, right, if Arsenal can get past one of those 2 in the next round, you're in the semis, and then you're knocking on the door. You're not far away from it. And, you
could actually be playing Aston Villa in the semi-final.
Yeah, could be Aston Villa or PSG.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, PSG or PSG.
So,
listen, one thing that tells me about this Champions League, no matter what you do with the knockout stage, the league stages, right? Because it's been proved again. Liverpool romped it Real Madrid and PSG right down the bottom of it. It's about qualifying, getting into it.
Yeah.
And knockout football in the Champions League is a completely different animal to the league stages. And proved, because Liverpool were unbelievable. They actually, I don't know if did they get a trophy or a medal for winning it?
For what? Win the first of the league?
I don't know. I'm not mocking it. I'm not mocking it.
No, you are.
They don't. They just get get a home draw, right? And I'm going to say this now. If you think this is right,
they get a medal.
Right? No, but serious.
Winning the league format.
What should happen now in that draw, right? Is because they've done all of that work to get to the top, right? You get through, say, not Arsenal. Now the quarterfinals come up. By the way, Real Madrid, who have ended up 18th, 19th, 20th, they have the advantage in the quarterfinal. So realistically, that quarterfinal should be Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal. Should be at their ground first and us second, because we're the highest placed team.
I agree with that.
Right?
I agree with that.
And then come the semi-final, if you're the highest placed team, you get the better thing.
I agree with that as well.
Isn't their place first? Isn't it their place first?
No.
Our 2 games...
I agree with that.
Right, our 2 games are away from home second leg in the quarterfinals and the semi-final. So you've got Aston Villa and, say if it's Atletico... No, say if it's Aston Villa, Inter Milan, because we come above them, right? Or PSG, we come above all 3 of them teams, right? But we will have the disadvantage of going away in that second one. So what
is that confirmed? Is that fully confirmed?
What should happen is they go, oh no, you come higher. So that means that those games are in your team. So
I agree with that. You're right.
This thing about getting into the top 8 has proved to be a load of old rubbish.
The new format that you
Aston Villa.
Is that confirmed? Yeah.
Well, I'm confirming it right here, right now. Aston Villa.
It's confirmed. Yeah.
Aston Villa come 8th, right? They play Bruges. Liverpool come first, and they play PSG. Yeah. So somewhere along the line, you've got to try and even it up somewhere, make it more worthwhile. So for me,
that's because that's some of the good teams though will play it. they were lower. That's just
so it should
how
affect them further on in the competition.
Yeah, further on the competition. Fair. That's fair to say.
So
that.
Real Madrid have finished 18th in that league. Just say like that. They play. They come to the Emirates. If it's them that go through, they come to the Emirates first game. It should, come on.
And you're right. It should be the fact that you finish third or you finish higher in that group should give you the advantage in the second leg.
Of course, it should all the way through the competition.
And if that seems more than logical to me. A couple more super chats here. Ronnie Dodge says, as a United fan, you're my second favourites for the Champions League. Second favourites. I don't know about that. And Femi says, I was alive and well when we beat the almighty Real Madrid with all their Galacticos en route to the finals in 2005-06 season.
Mad game.
Can I just ask a question, right? And this is being serious. Now, if Saka comes back and by a miracle he's back to where he was, which is a big ask, but he is, right? That means we go into Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, right, with one player missing, which is Kai Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz. I mean, yeah.
Why shouldn't we be sticking our chests out and saying that we've got a great chance?
Because Atletico and Real Madrid. Like, I hate what you're saying. You have a chance, but you don't like.
They're not unbeatable, are they?
No, they're not. But you don't stick in your chest well out. So, I wouldn't be doing that.
At the end of the day, so what are we in the competition for then?
Yeah,
you're in the competition to win it. But I'm not saying we have no chance, but I wouldn't be going Saka's back now. It's nailed on. It's going to be a tight game.
He didn't say nailed on. He said sticking his chest out.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight. I'm saying I'd say it's nailed on to be a tight game. I wouldn't be going that far. I say, yeah, you go in with it. You go into the game thinking, see how it plays out. But I'm not going with my chest out. Chest out. I mean, fully confident because we've got one player back. Doesn't
no, you can't. You don't just go. If you go to a game saying, "Oh, see how it goes," you've lost already. Right, you go into a game saying, we've got a very good team, we've got a very good defence, we've got a very good midfield, and now we've got our star boys back, right? We've got Wanyeri is also in reserve. We've got Martinelli, all right, we're missing Havertz, but we've got a chance. We've got a very good chance of beating these guys over two legs. Why? Look at PSG. Nobody gave them a chance in hell of beating Liverpool, and not only did they beat them, I know it's on penalties, but over the two games, they were the better.
Have they got a real forward, by the way?
They've got no forward, no.
They had Dembele, who I thought was outstanding. But that's what, if Saka can get up to that level, I'm saying, it could happen. I actually think,
It's the only thing we can play for as well.
PSG were outstanding in the two games.
They were brilliant.
They were. That's not a lie.
Did you expect that?
Well,
you didn't.
No, I thought they'd be okay, but not today. Yeah, not even at that level.
You thought Liverpool would go through. We all thought Liverpool would go through. You didn't expect.
Not in the second, but in the first leg. After the first game, I didn't think it'd be an easy walkover at Anfield. By the way,
remember, Liverpool are 1-0 up and taking them back to Anfield.
Yeah, who did you think would win?
I'll be honest. When going
hold on, Liverpool had lost a game. Only lost one game at Anfield this season, and that was way back in like October or something.
Yeah. I'm aware of that. No,
nobody expected PSG to go through yesterday.
I don't know how you are saying, like, if Saka's back, you put your chest out, but then you look at that game. I know what you said about Anfield. I think after you watched the first game against PSG and Liverpool, it was so close. Liverpool got lucky. They had literally pretty much that one attack.
So close.
PSG were all over them.
It weren't close. They dominated. Liverpool were lucky.
Sorry, that's what I'm saying. They had one opportunity that they put away, Liverpool, and I'm like, PSG dominated that game. So I know they say that Anfield, that atmosphere and all that, but I was thinking in that second game, it's not going to be Liverpool aren't going to walk it. I was quite sure of that. I thought that Liverpool might have went through, but PSG was so dominant in that first game. Nothing was going to change in a week later.
What we're saying is, before even the first leg, when that game was announced, nobody gave PSG a chance of winning that game. Everybody said Liverpool. Right? I remember on Monday. AGT's going, we got Villa in the next round. I go, what? Bro, you haven't. Yeah,
but that's him, innit?
No, but I'm saying, he goes, well, we're 1-0 up. I go, yeah, but I go, they're coming to Anfield. I go, yeah, bro.
He can still go Villa Park if he wants. Actually, I'll pay for him to go.
He probably will, to be fair.
So that just goes to show that in a competition like this, a cup competition, you can't. Last year, Europa League final, nobody gave Atalanta a chance to win that final. The Bayer Leverkusen had just gone a whole season unbeaten. Yeah? No one gave them a chance. Final 3-0. Lookman, hat-trick. Nobody said that was going to happen. It's a cup competition, man.
Who PSG got in the next round?
PSG,
Villa,
they'll
no?
have a
They got Villa. If they beat Club
Brugge. Is that who it is?
If they beat Club Brugge.
Villa.
What's more of a shock?
If they beat Club Brugge.
What's more of a
which they
shock
should.
then? Which I know you're probably going to go
Arsenal
Arsenal.
scoring a goal tonight?
That would also be a big shot. Big shot. No, not tonight. We'll score. But what's more of a shock then? PSG overcoming Liverpool, or if we overcome one of the Madrids then?
I think it's the same shot.
You think it's the same?
It's the same shot because Liverpool topped their group. Liverpool have been on fire all season. They've only lost one game. Real Madrid in their league has lost more than one game. They've lost a few games. Liverpool have lost one game all season in the league.
It's the same
Liverpool
level.
lost one game in the FA Cup where they played all their kids. Right, they're in the final of the Carabao Cup and they were top of their group in this competition.
The league format, yeah.
Right, they were blowing away teams. Liverpool were the favourites to win the Champions League.
Okay, so it's the same level.
So to me, it's the same level of shock. Arsenal are second in the league. Arsenal finished third in their group, right? So Arsenal, they got a shout. They've got a shout. So it would be a shock because you'd expect
Real Madrid's heritage, and that, yeah.
Real Madrid with their heritage and everything to win.
And Athletic, obviously.
But it's a similar sort of shock to me.
Is that fair to say,
Liverpool. No, I think it'd be a little bit more of a shock if
Arsenal beat them.
Because at the end of the day, I don't see Saka being back for those games.
Well, they're saying that. So the first leg is on the 8th of April, right?
Right. So when's he going to?
And they're saying that he's going to be back. What they're saying is that he could be back after the international break.
Right. So
and the international break is
we've got Fulham at
2
home.
weeks.
We've got Fulham at home as our first. So you're going to risk him in that game, or are you going to?
Bro, I'm not the coach.
That's what I'm saying.
He's asking you.
I'm just saying he could be back, couldn't he? He could be.
Yeah, but he ain't going to be right. You know what I mean? Like you got to be eased back in it. Like Martinelli, by the way, has been out for 4 weeks. He ain't come straight back into the team.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult. Listen, a fully fit Saka running down the wing, and Martinelli. I think that we'd have a shout, but I don't see it.
Super chat's here. Mr. Kaplan says, big up the boys. Hope you're all doing great. Big love. Big up to you. Benno says, I think Saka should play up top when he comes back. The youngster should stay on the right. And Carl Bates says, Robbie, nobody in England gave PSG a chance, but the French knew that PSG could.
Yeah, PSG, weren't their players talking about Anfield, like they were before the game saying they're going to go there and basically smoke them.
They were. They were
confident, they're going to show them.
Smoke them, did they?
But they could have. They did in the first game.
They were all over them.
Yeah.
All over them.
And that's the thing about football, isn't it? You can dominate. It's the only sport you can dominate and not win.
To be fair, Liverpool at Anfield it was against run of play. I think PSG's their goal. It was. I watched it, but like at Anfield.
Then after that.
Yeah, they turned it on. Yeah, they turned it on. They did turn it on.
Then after that. Let's get your predictions for the game tonight.
Well, tonight? I ain't got a clue, really. Could be anything, couldn't it?
It could.
It could be really anything, like, 2-0 is like being a safe bet, I suppose.
To Arsenal.
Yeah. I don't.
It's a tough one.
It's a strange one because I don't know how everybody's feeling about it. Are you excited about this game?
Well, listen, I would rather be 7-1 up than it's 1-1.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like, there's no nerves to the game.
Yeah.
I've got my pillar and blanket in the car, like, you know what I mean? So I don't really know.
Lee, did you hear? I don't know if you heard this, that the PSV they've given back the match. They've refunded the fans for this game tonight because about how bad the performance was in the first. It's 200,000 euros. They did. They gave them. The average price was €68. They refunded all the fans because of the first performance. We would imagine if I don't know what.
There's no way.
Arsenal never do that. No way. They didn't do that at Bayern Munich.
No way. Yeah, exactly. They're 5-2, 5-2, right? You know what I mean? When they didn't get the penny.
On aggregate.
The only time I've seen Arsenal remember that time when they gave you like a voucher for beer?
No, they remember Newcastle. They remember Newcastle as well. Away, they gave us a drink.
It was 1 year. We got stuff somewhere
for the bar. In the away.
Yeah,
they ain't give you back a cent. No English club, they could do that. What PSV have done, none of them.
That would put you in good. If you're a fan coming here, though, you put you in good. If you're the PSV, if you're the same thing on shoes on the other foot, put you in good spirits. You got refunded.
My airfare back as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what would be a good a good question today, and I could ask everybody like what the attendance will be today.
Oh, interesting.
That is a good question.
They've sold the tickets.
Yeah, but I know they've sold the tickets, but the actual attendance going for it.
Well, they don't care,
bums on seats. Bums on seats.
Sold it out.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
they don't care.
no, I'm not having that. I want to know how many actual people going. I reckon it's going to be half empty. 50?
It won't be half empty. I'll bet.
It won't be half empty.
Half empty.
Remember Newcastle?
I'll give you 50 quid on it.
No, don't.
Yeah, look at you with your dick shot.
He loves it, innit? He loves it.
Worst one
half
on that.
empty.
It won't be half empty. Newcastle away this season. This season
be half
in the
empty.
cup. In the cup midweek, we were losing. And that was full.
What is it? 60,000.
Yeah, 60,000.
So
50,000.
so
It won't be
30,000.
30. You're mad.
It'll be 30 for half
It's
empty.
never going to be 30.
All right, 40,000 then.
No,
Nah.
50.
Well, I'm going to go around counting because it'd be better watching the game.
Might be more entertaining than the game.
What are you doing? 66, 67. I'm going around. Anybody want to help me can help me. Like, we've been watching that game today.
Oh my God. Right, give me your score, man. So you got 2-0.
2-0, 40,000.
Where you going?
I said 2-1. It could be anything. 3-1, 2-1 to Arsenal. I don't know.
Which will you go?
2-1. I put on the chat when we did.
And attendance?
It's not going to be half empty. It won't be 40. It'll be more than 40,000.
Well, go on, what are you going for then?
Ooh.
Clever sod.
All right. Yeah, I won't go be a never. You let
Can
me
you
know.
count that up?
52,000.
52,000.
Put some money on. What are you going to go? Yeah, I want to.
going-
Closest gets a tenner. Come on, let's make a bet.
I'm going. Well, they're going to announce.
They're never going to know. They're going to know.
They have sold it out.
Oh, yeah, so we're all going
It's
for a
having to be-
tenner. 60,000.
I think the attendance will be around about 50,000, right? I don't think there'll be loads and loads of empty seats. Don't, because I've seen these type of games before, and people, loads of kids.
It's
will get a
midweek. It's
chance to
midweek.
come
Though.
and
It's
stuff
midweek,
like that.
though.
And I'm going 3-1 Arsenal. Lee Jacobs says a fully fit Saka right wing, Ethan as a false 9, and Gabby on the left would be our best front three. PSG is a clear example of the impact of pace and quick counters. Come on, you Gunners, he says. Those are our predictions.
Lee, how could you say it's going to be so many missed seats? You went to Newcastle away in the Carabao Cup this year. The whole away end was ram.
True.
It was fully full.
True.
And that was a dead.
That's
That was a dead
Tuesday
rubber.
night,
Yeah,
Newcastle.
Yeah, but it was 2-0 down. It wasn't a dead rubber, was it?
It's Newcastle away in midweek.
Yeah, but and also, see, away fans are completely different to home fans.
But then I think, Lee, a game like tonight.
I know a few of my mates that are not going tonight.
Yeah, but they probably sold their tickets.
No, they couldn't sell them.
No.
All right. Well, yeah.
You can't give them away. I've had to give mine away with cake. You know what I mean? Like,
But you have a lot of times, right, when you hear these things, right? No one's going. It's going to be half empty. And you get there and it's not.
Packed, yeah.
well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
See, it ain't going to be half empty
I
anyway.
mean-
I said I'll give you 100 actually.
No.
Let's make it a
I
grand.
reckon, right?
Let's make it a grand.
I'll tell you something. I reckon you'll be able to see the cannons on the seats.
No way.
Grand.
No.
No, I want some of that money. 500 each. 500
I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I take a photo of it, I'll go, I'm coming to you
At
soon.
the end of the game when everyone's left.
And then he'll ask for his money.
At the end of the game. I know you. I'm never getting caught out like that. Listen, we've come to the end of the starting 11 today. Don't forget, guys, the watch along coming up. Turkish is in the building. Right, you're gonna love this game tonight. Trust me, you got to watch it along with him.
He's going to love this game.
He's
Is he going to love this
But listen,
game? You're going to love this game
well
at
done
all.
to Arsenal for what they did last week. We've got a nice, relaxed evening.
Yes, exactly that. You know what I mean? Like, it could be the other way around,
This
couldn't it?
could have been a really, really stressful game. If Arteta don't win it, is he going to be in or out and all this sort of stuff? It's completely relaxed because of what they did last week. It was absolutely brilliant. So Arsenal go out there, do the business and bring it home today, and let's look forward to who we get. Will it be Atletico? Will it be Real Madrid? Tough game for both sides evenly matched, and it is at Atletico, and that place will be bouncing. I can tell you that. The atmosphere there is crazy. So we look forward to who we're going to get. But looking forward to the game tonight. And as I said, join the guys on the watch long. Frank's over there on the information station. We can see him there right now, enthusiastically waiting.
What, you sacked Laurie from that? Have you? I was on here and Laurie was on it. What's happened to Laurie?
I think we sacked.
Hey? Got rid of Laurie.
But we look
he
forward
weren't
to
very good, Rob, I've got to say that.
He's in the building. Right?
Is he? Oh, he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant he was.
He's outside.
All right, guys, listen. So don't forget to check out the watch along coming up very soon. Subscribe here to AFTV and come on, you Arsenal. Let's get the job done tonight.